One of the patterns that I noticed in my work is some CEOs got better outcomes than other CEOs. The CEOs that didn't get as good of outcomes used indecision as a decision. They chose not to choose. Now I'm an advisor. I've been advising CEOs for the past 8 or 9 years. I've assessed over 200 sales teams. I work for a private equity fund to assess companies that they're considering purchasing. I coached 50 CEOs of equity-backed or well-funded, well-established companies on really tough decisions that only they could carry, and there wasn't always an obvious answer on paper. I've always loved the water. It always spoke to me, but I started using it as a tool, a decision-making tool, a competitive advantage at work without even realizing it. And I spent most of my career as an operator finding myself in moments where I felt stuck or overwhelmed or not sure about where to go. I went surfing or I went fly fishing, and I always came back with an answer. I learned that in those situations, the ocean is one of the best teachers. Why? Well, unlike everybody on the management team, the ocean doesn't need you. The ocean rewards decisiveness. And that's kind of like being in the boardroom, and that's kind of like the market. Either you did it or you didn't. You can't talk your way out of it. There's no narrative that's going to solve for you fed that fish, you made that wave, or you didn't. C-suite exists to create a context for CEOs and leaders who have to make really tough structural decisions, to step away from the environments that are full of theater and politics and lots of really good information, but none of it is helping them make the really important decisions that are going to result in, do we grow? Do I continue to get to lead this company? Does the board decide to make this big change? When you get faced with those situations, you have to go away. It is work, it's hard, but it's a requirement of the job of a leader is to decide. And there's no better place than on the bow or in the lineup with someone who isn't going to decide for you, but has a lot of empathy for the situation you're in because they've been in it, and that's me. I see this all the time in my work. And there's something about having someone to share the weight of those decisions after organizing all of the information, distilling all of the options, all the potential outcomes and consequences down to 1 or 2 structural decisions, and then creating a place for you to go away, make a decision, and then go home and execute in confidence. And that's what the C-suite is, and I hope that you will come see me, step into the C-suite.